Terry. Terry, Diana talks about you all the time. Okay then. Diana, I need to borrow you for a little while.
Okay.
Do you have jumper cables?
No?
No. Then I need you to sit right here. And that'll be thunderous applause for Diana. Terry, could I get you to take a step up? Because once the show starts, the room fills with water. You're going to want to be on high ground. Actually, if you go up
nice
one
first,
step.
Patrick.
You're all a bunch of jerks. A bunch of jerks. It's happened to you too. Could have been any one of you that's holding somebody's purse right now. Very nice of you.
But it isn't.
It is nice, though, I have to admit. Anyone here? Anyone here?
No.
I'd just like to cover that right off the bat. Anyone doing dinner at 8 o'clock?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. You'll be here for a couple hours. So, you'll get out just before dinner, head out that door and upstairs to the dining room and partake of the all-you-can-eat corn dog extravaganza. The record is 5. So if you can eat 6, we'll buy you the 7th one, happily. And free Pepto-Bismol, because you eat that many corn dogs, you're not welcome in a room this small. What else? It's a pretty busy night tonight. It's a lot like a Friday. It's going to be pulling teeth, isn't it? So line up early for the shows. A couple hours ought to do the trick. If you follow your show schedules and plan your evening perfectly, you can see something like 94 magic shows. I would take a Dramamine tablet around 92. Fun group. What else we got going on? Oh, all sorts of things. So stick around, have some fun tonight. That's about it for the public service stuff. You guys want to hear a joke when we start the show?
Yes.
Yes.
I will let you decide, the clean joke or the dirty joke.
Dirty.
Dirty.
What a complete and total surprise. Dirty joke it is then. Diana, you're up. Oh, have a seat. I'll cover you this one time. Hey, Diana, I'll tell them the dirty joke you told me just moments ago. Perhaps I should clean it up some.
Yes, you should.
I think that would be best. Here's Diana's joke, all cleaned up. Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. Man and woman are in bed, engaging in adult-type activities. And they hear noise downstairs. The woman says, uh-oh, my husband's home early. Quick, get out of bed, stand in the corner. She runs to the bathroom, gets a little bottle of baby powder. Comes out, covers his body with the baby powder and says, don't move, don't breathe, just stand here, pretend you're a statue. So he does. Her husband comes in the room, says, what's this? She says, well, it's a statue. He says, right, I know it's a statue. Why is there a statue in our bedroom? She says, oh, funny thing. I was at the Smith's house the other day, and they had one just like it in their bedroom. I liked it so much, I got one for our bedroom. He says, oh, well, good idea. And doesn't say another word about it. They go to bed. Middle of the night, the man gets up, runs down to the kitchen, gets a glass of milk and a sandwich, walks up to the statue and says, here, eat this. I stood at the Smiths for 3 days, nobody offered me nothing. Diana's joke, ladies and gentlemen. Have a seat, Diana. You're loving this, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, are you guys ready for a show?
Yes.
Excellent. You are in for a real treat. You will get a performer and Diana at the same time. That's a little hint to say, stay put. It'll be great fun, though. It'll be a lot of fun. And you couldn't have picked a better performer to open up your Friday evening with. A longtime favorite here at the Magic Castle, and one of the reasons we love him so much is because he creates all of his own original magic. So even if you are a big magic fan and watch a lot of performers, you will see magic in here you've never seen anyone else perform. He's famous the world over for his original creations. He's been on television in 11 countries. Please make him feel welcome here. How about a gigantic round of applause for Jerry Andrus?
What I call the perfect illusion is this yellow spot on the sheet of plastic. It's not literally a person, but I call it the illusion. Of the yellow ball. That just looks like. Would you drop it in the cone for me, please? Now you will all recall that first it was flat like that. First it was flat like that. And then it was the illusion. There it is, of the yellow ball. What's the illusion of the yellow ball? Let me explain what happens. You see see I formed this into a cone around my left index finger like this. Now it is empty. The only thing I have to be careful about, if the hole gets too large, the ball can get out. I'm going to roll this into a tube instead of a cone. Now you can see that the ball is still in there. Now obviously if I put one hand over each end of the tube, it is impossible for that ball to get out, and this is indeed flat like that. Now let me explain what happens. You see I formed this into a cone like this, and we have the perfect illusion of the yellow ball. Could you do me a favor of turning this way and moving over that one, get right close to the table so we can help it. Just get right in here. Slide right to the table. Just slide right up. Now, when I was trying to figure some way to vanish a rubber ball, I thought I had to go up my sleeve. Obviously, that's not at all practical. I discovered a very simple way to vanish a rubber ball. I discovered zone 0. No one ever thought of it before. I brought it here to show you. This is zone 0. Whatever goes through the hole into zone 0, it instantly vanishes. Whatever goes through the hole into zone 0, it instantly vanishes. Now, the beautiful part about it, it is sort of like a functional black hole, so I can reach right in there and retrieve it. Now, I did research on this, and I found out the ball doesn't actually vanish when it goes through the hole. It's when I take my hand out that it's gone. I'm talking about totally, completely, absolutely not, but always, instantly free. Now, if what I do as a magician doesn't primarily fool you, then I'm not doing my proper job as a magician. But if I do anything that makes anyone feel foolish, then I'm not doing my proper job as a human being by my standards. So I'm going to pause and tell you why I can probably fool you, the same reason I've been fooled hundreds of times. I can probably fool you because you are the most incredibly wonderful thing that I know of that exists in the universe that I've seen. And that's a human being. You have this incredibly wonderful human mind that works like my wonderful human mind. And this thing inside our head takes care of all our road decisions. You do not look at an automobile and wonder what it is. You do not look at a house and wonder if it's a facade for a movie. You assume that the back of it's there. So this thing constantly jumps to conclusions. It's almost always right. And it constantly fills in the other side of everything. And we're fooled because we're knowledgeable and perceptive. I hope you don't hate card tricks. If you haven't seen this, it will probably fool every one of you. You'll instantly agree with me. The absolute only reason it fools you is because you are knowledgeable and perceptive. Now, I doubt if any one of you has said to yourself, I wonder if that's a deck of cards or suppose he just has a transparent block of plexiglass. Why did that fool you? It fools you because you know what a deck of cards is. Your mind came to the wrong conclusion, but it came to it for the right reason. Now, I mentioned that we constantly fill in the other side of everything. Some of you may have filled in something about me. It isn't precisely what it seems. I'm 81 years old. I am very farsighted. I mean, I do have to wear glasses. But in this particular case, I happen to have on contacts, and there is no glasses. Now, you don't need to feel foolish at all because you didn't notice that. The lady back there, I can't see any glass in her frame, so am I supposed to wonder if there's really glass in it? Now, I'm not going to do or say anything to get anybody to look over here while I'm secretly doing something here. I'm not going to make any fast motions whatsoever, and I want you to watch every move I make. You take out any card you like. Look at it and don't let me see it. Take out any card you like. Don't let me see it. Put your initials on the face of it. Wait a minute, I don't need these. Put your card well down in the deck someplace. There we go. Leave it protruding so you know it's still there. Have you ever heard of telekinesis, mental control of physical objects? I don't believe in them like that. Now, if I push this card flush and cut the cards even once or shuffle them, you'd have no idea where a card is, but we know where it is. It's down there about 2/3 of the way from the top. Now, I want you to think of any real small number. Make it between 1 and 5, otherwise it'll take too long. And tell us the number you're thinking of.
2.
You're thinking of 2. Now, the second card in this deck is the 9 of diamonds. First one's a 4 of spades. You thought of number 2. You take the deck. Now, I want you to mentally move your card from where you yourself put it to number 2 from the top. Could you tell us what the name of the card is if you recall?
No.
That's all right, don't worry, don't worry. It has your initial on it.
Okay.
And they've seen this. So. Now, if you deal 2 cards, one at a time, face up on my hand, and if the second card is yours, you get all the credit. Remember, I didn't cut or shuffle. Is that your card?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Boy, the power of your mind. Let me show you something I discovered many years ago. Yeah. Would you take the aces and put them all together face down in the center and leave them protruding? Now, many, many years ago, I discovered that I could simply just wave my hand over the deck like that, and those 4 aces would physically come to the top. Would you deal the 4 top cards face up on my hand, please?
You're the aces.
That looked good, but I could have had 4 other aces on top already. I didn't, but I could have had. So why don't you put your initials on the ace of spades? Don't get it near the edge, please. Well, if you had it near the edge, then I could cheat. Just the one, just the one.
This one, okay.
Now, before I did it the easy way, I simply waved my hand over the deck and those aces came top. Now I'm going to do it the hard way. I want you to take the aces and put them in 4 widely separated places in the deck and leave them protruding. Tell you, put them in face up so there can be no trickery. Just leave them protruding out like that. Perfect. Now, if I push these aces flush with all the rest of the cards, if I could cut the deck so fast the human eye couldn't see, I could get one of those aces to the bottom or top. But if I did that, you'd see the bottom card would change, the 6 of spades would change, and the top card would change, the 4 of spades would change. Now, she's put those 4 aces face up in the deck in 4 different places. Here's what I propose to do. Totally impossible it sounds. I'm merely going to snap my fingers like that, and I think you'll have to agree that indeed that 4 is still on top. The 6 is on the bottom. You take the cards and do the 4 top cards face up on my hand, including your ace. You know what? I think maybe you better initial the others.
I'm checking if I really am doing it.
Okay. We've had all 4 of these aces initialed. I didn't pay any attention. The top ace is the ace of clubs. And would you take the cards and could you follow my instructions exactly? Please turn the top ace face down on the deck. Now turn the top ace face down on the deck. That on the air. That's all right.
Oh, that's all
Now
right.
deal the 4 aces face down in a pile here, face down. It's all right. Well, you're not used to doing it right in a pile. That's perfect, all right. Now
It's a
deal the next,
martini.
deal the next 4 cards face down in a pile there. Then you hold on to the deck. Now obviously, if I never get these cards near these cards, there is no way known to man I can switch them. It's absolutely impossible. Let me show you what I mean. Just put these on the bottom if you would. Would you do the next 4 cards face down in a pile? Okay, fine. Now I want you to watch every move I make. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it seems utterly impossible since she initialed the aces herself. She dealt with the cards dealt. Guess I get these cards near those or something else. It seems impossible for the aces to be over here. But she can verify the fact that over here, with her initials, are those aces.
How'd you do it, Diana?
And over here, of course, are the indifferent cards.
It's amazing.
And you indeed need to verify that those are your aces.
They sure are. Absolutely.
Now, sometimes people say, Jerry, how on earth do you do these type of things? Well, here's a thing I've been working on to take the 4 initial aces. What I'm going to try to do, now you watch close, I'm going to rub those aces down to infinity. They'll be gone, and then I reach right in here in my inside pocket and take out those 4 aces with I'm going to switch decks on you. You'll understand why. I'm going to use 2 cards. Whenever you say stop, I'll use those 2 cards.
Stop.
In this particular case, she stopped me at the King of Spades and the 8 of Clubs. 8 of Clubs and King of Spades. Fair enough? Watch.
No.
Actually, it wasn't very fair because you didn't know what to expect. Besides that, it could have come from my sleeves. Would you say stop again anytime you'd like?
Stop.
In this particular case, you stopped me at the Queen of Clubs and the 2 of Spades. 2 of Spades and Queen of Clubs. That really was fair that time. Watch. Watch.
Great.
Here's the reason that I have to use an old deck, because I'm going to slowly and fairly tear this queen in 2. Right there in the center, slowly and fairly. Watch. Now, obviously, that leaves the 2 pieces of the torn queen. Just use this piece. Before, I tore the card into halves. This time, I'm going to tear the card into quarters. Now, this is obviously your last chance. Into quarters. Here we go. Watch. Do you believe in mental telepathy?
Absolutely.
Good. Then maybe this will work. I'm going to try to read your mind. I want you to think of a word. It doesn't have to be a concrete word like house. It could be an abstract word. And in order to get it indelibly imprinted on your mind, I'm going to have you printed on a playing card. Now you're going to say, wait a minute, he wants to get a peek of it. You be wary of that. Take a card, don't take this one, that has plenty of room on it, that doesn't have a word on it. And plenty of room to and print the word large right across there. Show them the card first. Don't let me see it. Don't let anybody see that the word you print on. Okay? You take out the card and tell me when you have it, and then I'll pick up the rest of the day. Okay. You have the card?
Almost.
Not yet.
Did you have the card?
He's running.
Don't let anybody see. My eyes are closed.
Okay.
Now, I don't have any mirrors on my fingers. This is shiny, but I'm not going to get up here and get a reflection of it. So carefully slide your card into that. Don't let anybody see that card. They're protruding enough that they know it's still there. Now, if I tip it up now, they can't see the word, can they?
No.
Now, here's her the card she put the word on. I have absolutely no idea what that word is. Obviously, if I were to fan these cards out far enough, someplace in this deck, we would come to her word. And I hope this isn't it here. I hope that isn't it there. Not it, is it?
Nope.
Okay. You hold the deck and concentrate on it. Now don't give me any help. I don't know why on earth I'm thinking of a bee.
I don't know either.
Don't give me any clue. I'm thinking of a bee and I'm thinking of honey, and I know it isn't honey. Wait a minute. It's money. Is that the word?
Close.
That's the closest I can come.
Monkey.
What card's it on? What card is it on?
It was on a 2.
2, there we go.
I deliberately put money to put a K in between to see if I could trick him.
Look like money to me.
I'm going to deal any card that you think of to any number that he thinks of, without you telling me the card and him telling me the number. That doesn't seem possible, does it? You take out any card you like, put your initial on the face of it.
Pick out any card, put my initial on it?
Yeah, on the face. Any card you like. Okay, don't let me see it. You can let them see it, but don't let me see it.
Are we going to put on it again?
Put your initials on the face of it so you'll know it's... In other words, if that's a 2 of spades, I could have another 2 of spades. This trick would be meaningless.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to put his card way down in the deck. That's probably roughly maybe 43 cards from the top. If I cut or shuffle, you'd have no idea where it is. I'm going to give you a choice of any number between 10 and 35. So you think of any number between 10 and 35. Don't tell anybody what it is. And I'm going to deal these cards, but I want you to stop me when I say stop when I come to your number, all right? You have a number between 10 and 35. Now watch the deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You didn't change your number? 16. I don't think it's going to work. 17, 18, 19. Say stop when I come to your number. 20, 21, 22. It's never going to work. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. Now, would you agree that's a fair choice? You could have stopped me at 31, 32. In these cards here. What's the name of the card you put your initial on?
That's terrific. Yeah, how to do that.
You know, I'm a magician, but I've been thinking about going into holistic medicine. Now, you've heard of acupuncture where they push needles in you? Have you ever heard of acupressure? Some people think that pressure point is treatment for disease. I don't believe in anything like that. Let me show you what I've discovered. This is very interesting. You realize that I've discovered that if I press right here for 3 seconds, that's the perfect treatment for anemia. Now, an anemia, you lack iron, right? This is far, far better because it gets all its feet. Have you ever wondered what a magician does when he makes a mistake? Take out any card you like. Show it to them and don't let me see it. Now, if I put your card here in the center of the deck, and then very carefully square the cards like this. Now, if I said to you, here is your card, I'll put it on the bottom, you'd probably say I was wrong. That's not your card, is it? Now watch, here's what a magician does when he makes a mistake. I would slowly pass my hand over the 10 of clubs and right in front of your very eyes. The 10 of clubs.
That wasn't my card.
Would you examine those 2 plaques? Would you take out any card and initial it, please, on the face? Let me see your face in the card.
Do I show the audience?
Yeah, show it to the audience. I'm going to put his card in the deck. Now, admittedly, I could take these stainless steel plaques and I could bring them down and maybe insert them where your card is. I'm not going to do that. Now, obviously, I can put these together with these sides or these sides. Now, she's examined them before. Would you hold the card, the stainless steel? Could you conceive of any possible way that I could secretly get the initial card out of there in between those plaques that I was holding? Here, roughly like that. Now, take off the rubber band, don't drop the card. I just barely have time for one more trick. Now, obviously, this is your last chance to catch it.
We're trying.
Good. Take any card. Take any card, please. Put your initials on the face of it. Now, if this card weren't initials, you'd probably say there's no way that would be the same card. So there's no other card on earth like that.
Show us.
Show it to me. Now watch where I put her card. Right there in the center of the deck. And I want you to watch when I push it in. Doesn't that look eminently fair? As you could see of any possible way her card could be on top. It doesn't look possible, does it? I'm going to drop the deck and I swear her card is there and this will be on top of the line. Here we go.
Very good.
Response. Wow. I